So we're going to look at how to find an equation of a line through 2 points, and we're going to do the first part in slope-intercept form and the second part in standard form. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the first example. And remember, slope-intercept form is this, is y equals mx plus b. And that's what we're looking at, trying to get that. That is slope-intercept form. So this is what you need to have that form, or that equation into that form. So let's say we have, it goes through these 2 points. Let's say we have 3, -8, and -2, 2. So we need to figure out the equation of the line through those 2 points. This is point 1, that's point 2. There's a few things that we have to do first. Okay, first of all, we got to find the slope of this line. So the slope, and I'm going to designate this one as point number 1. This one I'm going to designate as point number 2. So that makes this my x1, y1, and this makes my x2, y2. All right? And now what we want to do is we want to find that slope. So we're going to say we need y2, which is the 2, right here, minus a -8, that's the other y, over -2 minus 3. So we got plussy plussy happening here, so that gives us 10 over a -5, and that's going to give me -2. That's my slope. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use point slope form, and point slope form is this one. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. All right, that's the next piece that we're going to do, is this piece right here. Now, do we have a slope? Yep, we calculated it. It's right here. Do we have a point that line goes through? Yep, we have point number 1 or point number 2. Does not matter which one you use. Let's say we use point number 1. So we're going to say that this is y minus, I need the y coordinate from this point. That's my x, this is my y, so I'm going to put -8 equals, my slope is -2, x minus my x coordinate from this point. So that's going to be 3. So we have plussy plussy happening here. So we're going to shoot the rockets here. We get y plus 8 equals -2x plus 6. Watch that. We want to shoot the rockets, right? And that gives us a negative times a negative gives us a positive in this case. And then we want a -8 to both sides. And we get y equals -2x minus 2. And there's our equation of that line going through those 2 points in slope-intercept form. There's two pieces we have to use. Okay. Now let's say it's in standard form. All right. There's 3 things we need to have. We need to know what standard form is. So we're going to say standard form is ax plus by equals c. That's standard form. And then we're also going to use the formula for finding the slope between 2 points, like we did before. So that slope is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Remember, we did that already over here, right? We used that formula. And we need to know what point slope form is. So we get y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. And, well, we use that. That's fine. Those 3 are good enough. Okay, so those are the 3 pieces we need. Let's do another example. Let's say they're through these 2 points. We have 5, 10, and -3, -14. So we need to find the slope again, just like we did before. So we're going to kind of start at the same spot. Okay, this is kind of the same piece as what we did before. All right, we need to find the slope. So I'm going to designate this as my number 1 point. This is my number 2 point. So this is my x1, y1. This is my x2, y2. So our slope, y2, that's negative 14, minus 10 over negative 3 minus 5. That gives me a negative 24 over negative 8, and that gives me 3. Remember, negative divided by negative is a positive. Now, we're going to use point slope form again, so that's our m. This is what we calculated, right? Okay, so we're going to find out what, we're going to use point slope form again. So we're going to use what we did here. See how we're kind of mimicking what we did before? So we're going to use y minus, and let's use this one. We don't have any negatives. We'll use point number 1. Y minus 10 equals 3x minus 5. I'm going to use point number 1 there. So we get y minus 10 equals 3x minus 15. And let's add 10 to both sides. So we get y equals 3x minus 5. Now, you might think that we're done here. And look at how close this was to what we did before. Nearly identical. Nearly identical. The only problem is we needed it to be in this format. Okay? That means the x's and the y's have to be on the same side, and a has to be positive. So we're going to minus 3x to both sides. So that gives us a negative 3x plus y equals a negative 5. And we're going to multiply the whole thing by negative 1 because a has to be positive. So that gives us 3x minus y equals 5. And that is our answer. All right. So we have two different types of problems. Finding the slope, finding the equation of a line using slope-intercept form. Okay, we want to be able to get to that point. And then one other piece, we use standard form and we try to get it there, but then we're going to get it in standard form. So that means ax plus by equals c. And now sometimes people think this is subtraction here, and it is. And we're going, well, it's not adding, right? Well, if we want to do that, then we go 3x plus a negative 1y equals 5, and now it is, isn't it? Okay? So these two are both acceptable here. I would prefer that one, but either one is acceptable. All right, I want you to practice two of these. I want you to put them into both slope-intercept form. I want you to put them in both. I want you to put them in the slope-intercept form and then in standard form. Notice that if you put it into slope-intercept form, we kind of did that already. You just make an extension and you can do that as well. Okay? So I want you to practice this. I got you two problems that I want you to practice. And if you turn this in within a week of posting this video, of watching this video, all right, if you do that, you will get extra credit within whenever this is posted. So here's the points. We're going to use 4, 1, and 5, 3. We want it in slope-intercept and standard form. Okay, that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, we're going to do this one, negative 7, negative 4, and negative 5, 6. Again, slope-intercept form and standard form. All right, so slope-intercept form for this one would be y equals 2x minus 7. There's your answer. And the standard form would be 2x minus y equals 7. That's your answer. For this one, slope-intercept form would be y equals 5x minus 31. That's your slope-intercept form, and the standard form would be 5x minus y equals 31. And that's your final answer for those two. All right? Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you later. Bye.